I feel like a teenager sneaking in the house after curfew. And you guys are like, where have you been, young lady? And I'm here to tell you where I've been. Oh man, where to start? It has been quite a year. Oh my gosh. Those of you who followed my journey know that last year I gave birth to a friend's baby as a surrogate, and coming out of that experience has changed my life. Some for the better, and some it's been really, really hard. And I'm just now finally admitting that and realizing that it was not as easy as I made it appear. Like, you don't even know why you're crying. Coming out of it, I found myself in the worst shape I've ever been in. I got back up to like my heaviest weight physically. I was emotionally and mentally just devastated. I got to a place that was the lowest low that I have ever been, and a place that I'm not proud of. I just feel like I've never been here. Even just thinking about the place that I got to, it's hard just to even go back to remembering where I was. But the good news is that I'm back, and I've done so many things in this last year to pull myself over that speed bump and to pull myself out of the depths of the ocean that I got to. And I have really aligned now with understanding that this is my purpose, is to share with other people what I went through, to share with others the struggles, and also to share with people how I got through it. There was a point last year where I was seeing 5 different therapists and doctors a week. I was seeing an EMDR specialist for trauma. I was seeing a just regular talk therapist, psychologist. I was seeing a health coach. I was seeing a food psychologist, a psychologist who was like specifically about food trauma. I went to a womb healing specialist doctor who actually did like internal work on the fascia and scar tissue within my womb, which was just insane and life-changing. I'm going to do individual videos literally about every single thing that I did individually, because I think it's really important to go deep with you and share with you each individual experience and what really worked and what things didn't work. It got to the point where one of my doctors was highly suggesting that I get on some medication just in order to pull me through to the other side. And I thought about it, but there was something about it that didn't feel right, didn't feel like the right path for me. And I would never steer anybody away or towards medication. I think that every single person has the right to make that decision for themselves. But for me, I knew that it wasn't the right decision. I did so many things. I was going to red light therapy, cryotherapy, infrared saunas, reading constantly to pull myself through to the other side. And there was still something that wasn't clicking. I was still not taking care of myself the way that I know that I needed to. And I had this life interaction, this life experience that happened. I met a person that came into my life. They told me the truth. They weren't just, oh, you're great and everything's wonderful about you. They looked straight at me and loved me and accepted me, and at the same time said, you are not everything that you could be, and you know it. You know that. And you are not living up to your potential. You are stronger than this. You are capable of more. And it was the most refreshing and wonderful experience of my life. I think that you can have this sort of awakening without it having to come from a person. Some people, it's a diagnosis or a loss or just an epiphany one day. For me, it was a person. One of my favorite life coaching people, her name is Martha Beck. She calls this person or this experience or this loss, she calls it your Adam. For her, Adam was her son who was diagnosed with Down syndrome before he was born. And she had lived her entire life believing that intellect was what made life worth living. And she had this life epiphany that life was about joy and it wasn't about intelligence. And her Adam was this life accident that really awoke that in her. And for me, this person was my Adam and has awoken and ignited this part of myself that I was forgetting, that I was ignoring, after meeting this person that just told me the truth and saw me, truly saw me. It ignited in me this passion to take care of myself again. And forever, I will forever be changed. I also truly believe that another one of my purposes on this planet is to share my journey through that with you. It's scary. It's incredibly scary. When I talk to a friend, a true, beautiful, another kindred spirit in my life, why I wasn't and why I hadn't been documenting or sharing my journey through this life and health stuff that I've been working on. She's like, why aren't you sharing this? Why aren't you talking about it? Why aren't you documenting it? And I said, because I don't have an after yet. I wanted this perfect after picture to have like, okay, this is my before and this is my after, you guys. And she said, you have to show them the in-between. You have to show people the middle. It resonated with me. I am not at my after yet. I have a long way to go and I am still figuring out what my body needs and what makes it feel joyful and driven and passionate and excited and vulnerable and loving and beautiful, and I am figuring it out. I don't have the answers for you. All I have are the answers for me, and maybe that resonates with you, maybe it won't, but I am just another human being trying to figure it out and trying to figure their purpose and what brings me joy and how I can share that with the world, how I can make my life better, how I can make the world better, how I can be a better mother, a better friend, a better daughter, a better sister. I'm just trying. And I want you to come with me and come along for the ride.